we talked about when you're in social situations and you're having interactions, and how, if you are trying to extract value. See, when you focus on wanting, I'm kind of going back to the why wanting is negative, so you can have a negative impact, so you can kind of really get your head around there if you are a why guy. Okay? So when you focus on wanting all the time what you don't have, you try to extract value from every situation you're in. So you're attached to getting. Okay? Now, when you probably already know, everything you're attached to will cause suffering. Attachment causes suffering. It's fact. It will never be any different. It just is what it is. There are certain things, yes, you should be attached to. Family, friends, your dog, things like this. And you should be compassionate and so on. But we have these unhealthy attachments, and we're attached to getting what it is that we want. So, in the terms that we are kind of speaking in the context we're speaking in, it would be, what are things you want to get? You want to get approval when you're socializing. You want to get a phone number. You want to get a date. You want to get sex. You want to get a girlfriend. You want to get a wife. You want to get comfortable. You want to get courageous. You want to get confidence. And when you come from a place of getting, well, everybody knows it, and they don't want to give it to you. As opposed to coming from a place of giving and helping and adding value to interactions, okay? Now, this is directly connected to changing your story about what you want and telling yourself that you already have it, okay? Because the one thing that switching from wanting to having and from getting to giving really causes is you'd have a different vibe, okay? So this is another thing that I love to talk about, vibe. Everybody thinks it's some mystical thing, vibe. Vibe is caused by your story, 100%. So it doesn't matter what you say or what I tell you to go over and say over here to this person or how to be comfortable over here in this interaction or so on. Your vibe is the thing that is telling the other person or people you're speaking to how to react to you. And they're doing it unconsciously. Does that make sense? So in other words, if you have a very negative view of yourself, low self-worth, you don't like, in the mirror what you see, you're telling yourself all these negative things. Oh, I can't do it because you don't understand, and I've got this thing, and there's this other thing going on, and it's my mom's fault, and society's fault, and all this kind of stuff. That's the vibe you're showing up everywhere with. Does that make sense? So when you change it from wanting to having, you'll actually have a different vibe. So every conversation you go into will be more successful because you actually have that vibe of that you already have stuff and you're carefree about it, and you're not walking around being the desperate, needy guy anymore. You're the guy who seems to have it all together and has this great vibe about it.